Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome back to another review from Roy's Reviews. And today we have a juice review for you. Yes, we're looking at a couple of juices from Vapestar. And as you can see, that was their little intro logo that they have for reviewers. So first of all, just big massive thanks to Jay at Vapestar for sending these juices across to me for the purpose of review. And today's juices, no, we won't look at that one first. We'll look at this one first. If the camera will focus in on it. There we go. We have VSC. And VSC stands for Vapestar Custard. And the Vapestar logo down there, and all the bottles are the same. I'll tell you a little bit more about them. On this side you have your 18+ warning, you have list of ingredients. You've also stated that if you add 100% VG or a VG Nick shot to this, it'll be a 70-30 ratio. And on the opposite side of the bottle you've got further warnings: don't vape when pregnant. You have all the manufacturing details down there, and all the other warnings coming down the side. So the manufacturers on the other side, this is all your warnings. So the labels have been well thought out. And the other one we'll be looking at today is the Bubblegum from Vapestar. Just a little bit about Vapestar themselves. They're a relatively new company, 6 months old. And at the moment they have got 47 flavours on their 10ml TPD range. They've also 6 short fills on the market and 5 more in production. So I've actually sent across to me 5 flavours across to me to try and say we're looking at 2 of them today, and we'll be looking at another 3 then as we go, because I like to actually get to know my juices and vape on them for a few days beforehand. So as you'll notice from the labels that I showed you, they're not bold. They're not ones that you'll see on the shelves that'll go, "Ah, come get me, come get me, come get me," and then you try them and you go, meh. That's companies maybe have spent hundreds, maybe thousands of pounds on getting designers to draw up nice fancy logos and everything else, and maybe go on to taking off other companies' sweets, drinks, logos and things like that. Vapestar have stood out by themselves and gone for a nice plain packaging and letting the juices themselves speak for themselves. So that's the juices. That's the bottles. Now the important bit, the juices. What are they like? Well, VSC is a custard, and for those of you who do watch the channel may know that I am an absolute custard lover. I love my custards, but what you can find with some custards, they put in too much sweetener and everything else. So just to give you a little hint of what this is to come, the smell of it. Okay, it's a really rich vanilla custard smell coming out of that. So let's not waste too much more time. I have been vaping this actually I've done it through my Rage, the skunker with the lip on top, and I've also had it in TVP, Mark the Vape Postman's FP, the fuck pig. And so just for the purpose of today's review, I'm going to be vaping it on the VGod with a VGod Pro Dripper on top, with a pair of mob coils, and there, these are staples. No, these are fused claptons. Get it right. And they're reading out at 1.17. Why is it with me I can't speak today? But let's get into it. A little bit of music while I get juiced up and have a wee vape. See you in a minute.
Stay alive.
Okay, as you can see from a 70-30 juice, great vapour production coming through there. What am I getting? Vanilla. The vanilla standing out a mile in that. It's just not overpowering, but that custard is a lovely, full-bodied. It's a sweet custard, but it's not artificial sweeteners in there. And as I say, I've had this been going for now 4 days, and there's no gunk in the coils. I don't know what they're doing in there, but there's a few different creams in there as well that I'm picking up. But it's a lovely vape. It is a really lovely vape. Doesn't beat my best ever custard though, unfortunately. But it's up there. It's for anybody that likes vanilla custards. Yeah, this is it's a good custard. No, there's a slight tinge of a throat hit. Now, that's probably my fault, because these bottles are super filled. Whenever you get them, little hint, vape some of it 0 milligram or 0 milligram nicotine, just to get rid of some of the bottle, to give yourself space to put the next shot in. I put one next shot in to put these up to 3 milligram because that's how I vape at, and I had to pour a wee bit out and everything else. So you're not giving yourself much room to. Not giving yourself much room to get that next shot in and then also to shake it up. So, vape some out. And what's probably happened in my case is some of the nicotine has got stuck up the spout of the bottle, up in there. And so that's probably like my first tankful was getting that bit of a throat hit, and then that sort of stays with you and it's reminiscent. But going back to it on the second day, it is lovely and creamy. It is what it says. It's a vanilla custard. So it's Vapestar's custard. I would give this one a 9. A 9 out of 10. So folks, come back with me again in a moment too, and we'll be having a look at the bubblegum. Okay folks, so I'm going to take this bubblegum for a vape. Again, it is going to be on the V-God with a V-God Pro Dripper. I've had this in the Rage with the lip on top, and I also had it in the Kenzai. Just to, as I say, to get to know the juices, because that's the way I am. So I'm going to take this for a little vape, and back in a mo. Two words. Hubba bubba. Any of you remember that bubble gum? Sort of the red and the blue packet with the brightly coloured rubber stuff inside it, and the flavour you get from that, the Hubba Bubba bubble gum? That's just what I'm getting. Totally reminiscent of that, and that's the first thing I got. When you actually open the bottle and you smell it, you just smell bubble gum. Just smells like bubble gum ice cream, something like that. Now, this one was a strange when it came to the vape. The first few vapes I was going, where's the flavour? Where's the flavour? Because I was using swag cotton and the things. But it's not a flavour that sort of bang hits you in the face. It's more in the exhale, and it lingers. When you exhale, you get that, when you're taking it in, it's a very subtle, very, very subtle flavour to it. but whenever you sort of exhale and it just lingers in your mouth, just like you're chewing a bit of bubble gum with hubba bubba without it actually being in your mouth, and it does stay with you for quite a while afterwards, which is really nice. It doesn't sort of meet the expectations of when you smell that bottle, because when you smell it, it is totally amazing, and you're expecting that wow factor of hitting you in the mouth and that bubblegum flavour hitting you there, but it's just really subtle on the inhale, and again, as I say, on the exhale, the flavour's there and it stays there with you. And again, it's the same on the dripper and it's the same on the tank. But it is a really nice flavour. This comes really hard as a reviewer trying to work out, what I'm going to score it on, because it's bubblegum. Yes. Is it hard hitting? No, because it's nice and smooth. And is it a really palatable flavour? And it is. So I'm going to score this one. It's going to be an 8.5 out of 10. It's a really respectable score still. Is it an all-day vape for me? Yeah. And is the other one that I'm vaping this, Custard, an all-day for me? Vape, the VCS, is it another all-day vape for me? Yeah, it is. So they're both all-day vapes. An 8.5 and a 9. Yeah, really good. All the links for Vapestar Inc. will be down below. And just something I did forget to mention about Vapestar themselves. They are in 5 stores on the island of Malta. This company is from Manchester, folks, and they're in Malta in 6 months. Must be doing something right. Keep the good work up. Folks, this again will be up on VapeTube first of all, so the next bit won't apply to you, well, on VapeTube. The bit about where the subscribe button and the latest link won't be there, but for the ones on YouTube, it will be. If you've liked the video on both platforms, on VapeTube or YouTube, give me a thumbs up and drop me a wee comment down below. If you haven't liked it and give me a thumbs down, well, again, drop me a wee comment so I know how to do better. And again, just over here will be the subscribe button. Up here, there'll be a link back to a previous review. And it just remains me to say, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this review. Take care now. Bye.